Okay, Ron, got another question here for you. Ron,
Okay.
what is the difference between having a twin flame and having a soulmate?
Well, it's an excellent question, and a lot of people think it's all romance, third dimension romance. Your twin flame, uh, your your soul has both male and female together. When they are separated, and you come down in the form of a male or a female in the third dimension, it separates, and it's a I'm not going to say it's painful, but it's a difficult thing to do. Uh, it's like walking on one leg. You have the support of the twin flame from the other side of the veil, and generally speaking, uh, most twin flames are one's on the physical side, one's on the spirit side, and the twin flame is always supporting the opposite, the mate, not the mate, their other the other part of themselves. It's always being in support. And we don't feel that. We don't really understand it fully to the point where we can tune into the twin flame uh, and communicate or something like that. I don't do that I'm aware of. Um, Having a soulmate is not a romantic thing because if you understand the order of heaven, a soul has 12 soul extensions. Now, this is when the soul begins its existence. It separates into 12 different soul mates. Mate meaning from one soul extension to another. They're assuming that that being a mate. Well, mate has a romantic interest into it, and they use the soulmate concept as you're the right person to marry. And if you really understand what is a soulmate, then you would never connect those dots. It's not available to be connected at that romantic level. You've got one soulmate that's you might I'm going to say one soul extension is doing what the soul wants it to do, and it may be in third dimension, maybe in others. You may just floating around the universe. I don't know. It's always going to be for an experience. Now, see, the reason the soul does that is because the soul has the responsibility of you as a soul extension going through enough experiences to where they find out who they are and they there it could be considered the rapture or the born again experience, uh, baptism of the Holy by the Holy Ghost. There's a bunch of terms, and I'm not sure of the answer to all those things uh, that are used to explain that. But fusing back to your soul means that you're now ready to have soul extensions of your own, and that's the family of God. Those are the generations of the family of God. Now, we don't hear anything about that sort of thing because we don't understand what the order of heaven is. And when people say, I married my soulmate, that just means that you found somebody that you're in love with. And soulmate or not, it generally, if you marry somebody who's part of the soul experience, um, you're close enough together to make it a really difficult thing to get along. That's the reality of what marrying a soul, another soul extension from the same soul is. and I think that because of the romantic thing that's portrayed that way. But I'm going to say it's not a romantic thing. Uh, you find the person that you want to marry and bring forth your children and so forth. And that has nothing to do except for the fact that you're in third dimension having experiences that you came here to experience, and your soul puts you through those things. Your soul is your inner direction, comes from this your inner direction comes directly from your soul. And you, as the soul extension, are down here in third dimension or wherever you are. And for the experiences that will help you to fine tune your life to be able to infuse back into your soul. Now, do I have any reasons or any justification for that in things that are written? I don't know. I don't have them. They're not in the Bible. The Bible doesn't give you any of that kind of stuff. But somebody somewhere along the line thought about the souls and soulmates, and oh, they're part of my family. I should be with them. That's not the way it works. We put too much in terms of romance involved in that. So if you found somebody that you're in love with and you marry and start having children, life can be really difficult. There's finances, there's all kinds of activities, there's trauma that you go through and so forth. That's just what life experience is in third dimension. So um, I would say that the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame is that the twin flame is you separated from your other self. See, I'm a male in this life, but I have male and female. I have a left brain and a right brain. The left brain is the male and the right brain is the female. And that's how it's expressed through me as an individual who has incarnated on the earth. And so um, a twin flame is not one you really want to be married to because they have a greater role in supporting you and from the other side of the veil. Uh, I hope that makes sense. And I hope I haven't danced around it enough to make it confusing, but they're not the same. That's for sure. I guess we'll end with that.
Okay. It's a good place to end, Ron. Thank you so much. Appreciate the question. And we'll be
You're
right
welcome.
back.